This is the new 224 57 grain hammer HHT bullet that I've got loaded for my 223 Wylde that has a 20-inch barrel with a 1 in 8 twist rate. In order to get this bullet to fit right inside of my magazine, which you can't see there, I had to trim the case neck down to 1.9, I think 1.0 or 1.2, and I've got it loaded all the way down to the last PDR band, basically the shoulder up here, meaning the bullet sits to about here, and I'll take a side-by-side picture. You see what I'm talking about. I got online and talked to the guys about it, and they said that it'll probably work, but to expect a lot of carbon ring foul inside of the chamber. So I'll run a bore scope in that too. What I'm gonna do today is start with 23 grains of ram tack and work up to 25.3 grains to see what type of pressure and velocities we'll get. I'm really not going for accuracy, but if that happens to work out, that's great. A lot of times when you're testing hammer bullets, they're literally stacked on top of each other, even though you've got a variance in charge weight. Same hole. Same hole. Primer slightly flat. Focus, it's too bright. I'll show you at the house. This is the first, third, and fourth bullet. I guess I pulled that one. That's nuts. I ran my last load at 25.3 of ram extern through Gordon reloading tool, and typically hammers run about 125 FPS faster than published velocity. And even with Gordon reloading tool, you could see that they predicted a velocity of 3130 using that charge weight with all of the data that I put in here. And I got 3262, which is 132 FPS, so that's really right on track. Let me show you the cases now, and if I could grab these without. Starting with the far left case, this is at 23 grains here. You can see that the primer does not fill out the outer diameter of that primer pocket, all right? And as I start to get hotter, look at the third case here in the middle. You can see that the gap in the outer diameter of that primer pocket is more filled, meaning that it's becoming more flat. Let's go back to this one. See the gap? Look at that one, it's filled. And this one is definitely flat, the 25.3. But there's no case marks, meaning there's not a bite on that case at all. So I feel very safe in using that load there, and we'll get some of these loaded up. The other thing I did, I went ahead and ran a bore scope inside of my barrel to check up the carbon buildup, and it was really nominal, so I went ahead and cleaned it out to see what the difference was, and the carbon buildup is not what I was expecting, even though I did trim that case 0.050 lower than SAMI specs. So we'll get these loaded up, and it'll probably be May or June before I can get this out into the field and hunt. I've got so many bullets and other calibers and cartridges to test before I could get to this. But I wanted to go ahead and build up initial pressure, and I'm really looking forward to the next time I can hunt with this.